This is Anime, I'm Will, and today I'm going to be talking about a certain scientific railgun. Now, with this as a topic, there were actually 3 series I could have chosen from. Well, 2 and a third one on the way. This is a certain magical index, a certain scientific railgun, and a certain scientific accelerator. I chose a certain scientific railgun because, honestly, I'd say it's probably the best one so far. Now, they're all set in the same world, in which there is a city of sort of science and progress, and somebody just smashed the ball. Anyway, a city of scientific research and progress, in which people called espers have superpowers, and this is being researched by various people. At the same time, magic exists in this world, and the church, Christian church, wants to sort of kill all espers and destroy all science in a big war between science and religion, in order to sort of maintain a holy power, basically. Scientific Railgun is actually a spin-off of this series, focused entirely pretty much on the science side, in which Misaka Makoto, a character who appears in a certain magical index, becomes the centre focus point as one of Academy City's level 5 or most powerful, one of the 7. It follows her antics as she learns to make friends and not really do everything on her own, whilst at the same time fighting Academy City's rich and powerful, to put it simply. Quite a lot of the start of the first series involves the level upper, which is a person who uses science to increase somebody's power, so that the strength of their abilities, and over time they're actually using this to combine all of the powers together in order to give themselves sort of ultimate superpowers to get revenge. Now, this immediately begins conflict as Misaka's friends, one of them uses the level upper because she doesn't have a power, she gains a power, and it all gets quite complicated, and then she falls into a coma. They have to figure out what's caused the coma, and then in turn find out it's the level upper, and then they have to solve it. One of the reasons why I think this is better than a certain magical index, which has similar-ish plots but with the church and stuff, is I find that as they are focusing purely on the science instead of all of the different elements of it, I think it makes it a lot more streamlined and a lot more coherent and sort of structured, basically. And I think this means that they can spend more time working on characters than sort of a kind of half-baked plot. Following this, there is the Sisters arc. I think that's the majority of the second season. I can't remember what happens in the second half of the first season, but anyway. The Sisters arc is where Misaka has actually been cloned, and these clones are being killed by Accelerator in order to improve his powers to be the first ever level 6. Now, this is an arc that crosses over between both of the continuities, between Index, actually all 3 continuities, Index, Railgun, and in turn Scientific Accelerator. And it involves Misaka trying to stop this from happening, going toe-to-toe, level 5 against level 5, and sort of fighting for the safety of these clones. Now, with me, I believe that this is also handled better in Railgun, because in Index, it's just seen as a sort of side plot, as just part of the series, whereas in this, it is literally the entire body of the second season, really. Hence the reason why the second season is called A Certain Scientific Railgun S, or Sisters. Now, this sort of the arc is focused and the fights are blown up into a lot bigger proportions with much better animation, much bigger budget, and I think this really works well, this sort of focusing, because as I said before, it improves the sort of streamlined nature of it. It means that they can focus more on these elements. Yeah, I can see what you're telling me to do. So what I meant by that was it's time for me to wrap up now. So my final words on A Certain Scientific Railgun is, I think even with what I was saying about characters, it's still not the best anime in terms of characters, and the plot is average, better in Railgun. They worked on it a lot. I'd say it's slightly better than average anime. I would watch it if you've got nothing better to watch, really. And in terms of the size of it, it's handled quite well. But on the whole, I'd probably only give it a 5 or 6 out of 10. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.